Everybody. Thought it was about time to pass along a bunch of different all-star products. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner. Oh, mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner. Mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner. Mascara. Hope you're having a great day. You're joining me now for part 2 of the Emily Awards for 2011. So a look at my favorite products of the past year. Part 1 was face, so you can link to that if you want to see like what my favorite foundations and powders and blushes and things like that were. But this one's going to be all about eyes. So this is going to be things like primers and shadows, liners, mascaras, and that sort of thing. And we've got some long-running winners in this group, and we've got some brand new things that have come onto the scene here lately. So this is kind of exciting. Emily Awards have been going on for 4 years now, so if you see me looking down, I am looking to see if these certain products, if I've had them down as winners in years past. In the face video, all my face products were Emily Award winners in terms of like foundation, blush, etc. And for this one, all the eye stuff I have on is an award-winning product in this video as well. Talking about eye primer, and my high-end favorite is favorite 3 years running, and it's Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I really like this product because overall when you put a primer on, it boosts the look of your eyeshadow. So it can give your eyeshadow a little more intensity, but it also helps it last. And I love with Too Faced how you can put it on and it doesn't give you any added moisture. Even though this will squeeze out of here as a creamy product, it doesn't add any added oiliness or anything like that to your lids, which I think is really important. From the drugstore, I love NYX HD Eyeshadow Base. This also gives really good staying power, and another kind of dual purpose that this has that kind of made it overtake Palladio Herbal Eyeshadow Primer, which was last year's favorite, is that I feel like when you put this one on, it actually can neutralize the color of your lid a little bit better. So instead of just being sort of a transparent product you put on, this will kind of mask little imperfections, and then you put your eyeshadow on top of it. It's just a really clean base. Shadows can often be seen as kind of a primer type product in itself. A lot of people will use cream shadows as bases for just regular powder shadows, but my two favorite can definitely be used on their own. If you don't want to top them with a shadow, they will still have really good staying power. My high-end favorite is from Mally, and it's the Evercolor Shadow Stick. Come in some beautiful finishes, so you'll get some great shimmery colors, some metallic colors as well. A little time to blend with them, but once they set, you can really run your hand across them and they aren't going anywhere. I've had this light champagne color in the corner of my eye to add some brightness there. That doesn't go anywhere until I take it off at the end of the day. And I also love the stick format because you can take the deeper shades and wear them as like a smudgy liner, and it's just really easy to do that. You don't need any added brushes. And that's kind of what I wish would happen for my drugstore favorite. I would love to see the Maybelline Color Tattoos in stick form, but they still are my favorite drugstore cream shadow because finally, something long wearing. I've tried so many brands that are putting out jumbo sticks and things like that, and it's all good if you plan to layer a powder over them, but the Color Tattoos, and this is a pretty bronze shade that I'm showing you now, they do have some good saturation. They may fade a little bit as the day goes on, but they don't crease. At least I haven't experienced creasing with them. Don't have many high-end trios and quads, and so of what I do have, I don't consider it an absolute favorite. So as always, I'm not just going to name something for the sake of having something in the category. But I do have 2 drugstore trios and quads, which you know I love, that I want to give a little recognition to. One has won for, okay, this is a 3-time winner, so this is huge, and this is a product that I tell you, on those quick days where I need to get ready really fast and I need a look that's going to look good with pretty much anything I'm wearing, I love this. I also love this for the ultimate smoky eye as well, and it's the CoverGirl Drama Eyes Quad. I so enjoy this. You're getting a white, deep black, a silver, and a burgundy. Something about that burgundy brings this to a whole new level outside of your normal gray and silver smoky eye kits, because you can warm up your shadow, you can blend that out just kind of a little bit towards your towards your brow bone, and it just gives it a whole new look. So I love this. The quality of CoverGirl shadows in these quads and trios is really good. Another outstanding trio is from Wet n Wild, and it's called Silent Treatment. And this is what I'm wearing today. So this is kind of, you know, taupe and a really deep kind of shimmery color, and also a peach that can be a nice highlight. So I'm wearing them kind of like that. This on the lid, this in the crease, and this on the brow bone. And the pigmentation of Wet n Wild shadows is outstanding. I love this as another kind of daily use type of trio. They've got some more fun colors, but this is just one of those that I think looks good on all eye colors, in all situations. You can make it really dark and intense if you want to. Favorite large palette, I have a lot of high-end larger palettes because I think they're a better value most of the time than just getting the smaller palette. My favorite this year, and this has been another like go-to in the morning getting ready for work, I know whatever I could possibly need eyeshadow wise is going to be in this bad boy, and this is the Smashbox Photo Op Mega Palette. This is a QVC item. I believe it's exclusive to QVC, and last I checked yesterday it's still on there. But what this is, and I just realized I'm holding it upside down, but this is every trio Smashbox makes in full size in a palette. So not just random shades thrown into a special edition palette. These are all the colors that they actually make in trios you would find sold individually. And the Photo Op formulation, which is a newly reformulated thing for Smashbox, phenomenal. So good, so creamy, not dealing with fallout. I like that, you know, you're getting some color in here, but most things are pretty wearable, and I would wear any of that on the news. So for me personally, it's a very wearable kit. And then in this middle panel, you've got even more things that aren't eyeshadow, but for the fact that you are getting so many shadows, I kind of consider it an eyeshadow palette in my book, and I absolutely love it. Now we've got a two-time winner for my favorite drugstore large palette. And again, this isn't something you're going to find in your drugstore, unfortunately, but it is in that sort of lower cost bracket, so that's why I call it drugstore. And it's the 36 Smoky palette from Coastal Scents. One of my all-time favorite Coastal Scents palettes because great mix of neutrals and colors. The colors are super saturated. I like that they're also kind of separated into their own groupings of 6, which makes it very user-friendly. It's also not a huge palette, so this is going to fit in my makeup bag, and when I want to take something to travel, I don't feel like I'm taking something humongous. So I also like that for the Smashbox too. They're not too terribly big, so I love both of those palettes a lot. What brand makes the best eyeshadows? That's kind of what I seek to answer here with this category. In the past, for high-end, it's interesting. I had Smashbox early on. In my earliest years of doing this, back in 2008, Smashbox was a winner. Then I had Smashbox and MAC tied the next year. The following year, as I tried more MAC, I put MAC on top. This year, guess what? It's the reformulated Smashbox shadows. So early on, I really hadn't tried a lot of different high-end shadows, but I had tried some Smashbox and I loved it, so I made it my favorite, you know? Now, I mean, I've tried a lot. I've tried Too Faced, Urban Decay, all these different ones. Now, Smashbox comes out with a bunch of reformulated, I think even improved shadows over what I had back in the day, back in these trios. They put them in these palettes, and you can also get them individually as well. But the velvety softness of these shades, I feel like I like them better as a whole than MAC shadows, because I've tried now a decent amount of MAC eyeshadows, and I do love some of them, but I don't love all of them. And when I got this palette and I was able to sample every Smashbox shadow they're selling, I love pretty much all of them. I mean, there's nothing bad to be said for any of them. So it's gotta be my favorite. I mean, I just love it. And for drugstore, 2 years running, my favorite, and I'm gonna grab a few more here just to show you as examples, is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is a wonderful quality eyeshadow from the drugstore. I mean, you can get them in sets of 6. You can get some great trios, like the one I just talked about a little bit ago. You can get them in sets of 8 now too, so there's lots available. There's great variety in the color. The color is super pigmented. It doesn't take much. Those of us who love Wet n Wild, we're probably finding that we're not using them up all that quickly because it doesn't take a lot to get a good impact on your eye. If you're trying to save money and you want to really expand your eyeshadow collection, Wet n Wild is a great place to start. Favorite for high-end is from Mally, and it's the Evercolor Automatic Waterproof Liner. These are seriously super long-lasting. I've determined this line of liners to be the longest wearing in the water line. I don't have any eye sensitivity issues with these either. They glide on really easily, and I find that the black, the one called Onyx, is my ultimate favorite. I mean, it's just so deep and dark in the water line. You can also wear it, you know, on your regular lash line as well, of course, but I feel like a real test of staying power is when you put one of these in your inner rim where it's constantly being exposed to moisture. So I also love the fact that you don't have to sharpen these. That's a big plus for me. That's something I personally value in an eyeliner. From the drugstore, there's Maybelline Master Drama, and these are also rather long wearing. I mean, they're definitely one of the longest wearing pencil liners that I've tried from the drugstore. They're getting on that level with Urban Decay and Mally, you know, with these really long wearing liners. So Master Drama is one of those. There's not a lot of color variety with this line, but they are automatic and they do glide on super easy. They've actually recently come out with a brow product that my mom has tried. She really loves that, but I like the eyeliner pencils. And then tied with that for a drugstore liner is the NYX slide-on pencils. You do have to sharpen these, but the plus is that they last a super long time. Again, kind of on the same page with Urban Decay, and they come in a lot of colors. So you can get, you know, your bright blues or your purples and greens and things like that. For liquid eyeliner, I don't have a high-end favorite. I've tried a few. Nothing has really knocked my socks off, so it's not going to be in this video. But for drugstore, this one is 4 years running. It's still the best to me, and this year it had some competition, and I will just talk about that for a moment here briefly. Maybelline Line Stiletto, I love the sort of flexible end that that eyeliner has, but yet I feel like it dries to a not totally matte black. It almost stays just the slightest bit shiny, and when I want just rich, dark black, just gimme black and make it last and don't let it flake off, it's Revlon Colorstay Blackest Black liquid eyeliner. You shake it up, it's got kind of that little inkwell thing going on here, and that's the kind of tip you have. It's like a felt tip, and you just draw it on. It's very basic, but there's a reason why this is one for 4 years now, and I love it. Love the staying power, love the richness of the color, and if you want black liquid liner, this is it. For the second year running, it's MAC Fluid Line. I really enjoy my MAC Fluid Line for the fact that I've had this one for just over a year now. It's not even close to being dry. A lot of them do get dry a little too quickly, I think. And this one glides on your eye very easily. I don't have staying power problems with it. It's very creamy. It remains creamy even after having it for some time. So definitely enjoy the MAC Fluid Line. And from the drugstore, I love the Wet n Wild Cream Liner. This may not glide on as easily as MAC, but it still goes on pretty easy. And I mean, if you got like a swatch of this on your hand from Wet n Wild, I mean, it would not be going anywhere until you got in there with some soap and you started doing some scrubbing, because I love the richness of this black. It goes on very black. It will last you through some tears or eye watering or whatever. So big fan of that, and the price, you just can't beat it. Favorite mascara, high end. This has gotten raves throughout the year, and this is Mally Volumizing Mascara. When you put this mascara on, you do not get stiff, brittle, you know, like lashes that just feel like they're little sticks poking out of your eye. They remain flexible. The brush gives a nice amount of thickness. It's a traditional brush. It's a super black mascara, and when you put that on, I feel like it's capable of grabbing even your little lashes. Like if it's a day I'm not going to wear false eyelashes, this is one I feel like I can go to and put on and be happy with it. I can put it on my lower lashes and it doesn't flake off. My mom considers this a must-have. My sister has tried this and loves it. I mean, it is just one of those mascaras that I feel like you tell your friends about and you get them onto it and they love it too. So I love Mally Volumizing. From the drugstore, Almay One Coat Get Up and Grow Mascara. When this first got on my radar, I didn't quite know what to think of it. I have had really good luck with Almay mascaras in terms of highlighting each lash, not clumping them together, not being too wet. I mean, I feel like across the board they make a little bit drier formula mascaras, and this one has got to be my favorite. It gives me a very similar effect to Mally's. the brush is kind of big, and it's a little bit, I don't know whether it's showing here, but it's a little bit of an hourglass shape, and I just love the thickness. Talk about highlighting all my lashes, it does that. I'm not sure if it's actually growing my lashes, making them longer, thicker, whatever, but just for the purpose of being a great mascara to wear, I love that. False eyelashes so much throughout the year, I had to name a favorite, and there are a lot I really like, so this took some thinking and some back and forth, but my favorite is what I'm wearing today. I feel like they are appropriate enough for every day, but still dramatic enough for going out. They're just kind of that happy medium, and they are from Kiss, and they are the 03s. I like that they're not too long. I've never had to trim these, and they also, the band withstands a lot of wear. I don't know how many times I've, you know, cleaned off the mascara, peeled off the excess glue, and what do you know, I'm wearing them again and again. So you can really maintain these lashes and keep them looking nice, and not all of them I'm able to do that with. Favorite brow product, I don't have a high-end favorite because I've really stuck with my drugstore favorite since last year, and I haven't branched out a whole lot. So sorry for my lack of research here, but this is Maybelline Define-a-Brow. It's a very skinny brow product. I showed this to my mom the other day, and she was like, wow, that is tiny, you know? It's a very slim pencil. So if you're trying to just fill in a few little areas, my shade is dark brown if you're wondering. With a little comb here, so if you want to comb back through them and make sure everything looks completely natural, you can do that. Thanks for joining me for my Emily Awards for eyes. The next one will be lips, so that's always an exciting one, talking about lip glosses and lipsticks and lip liners and everything. So I have so much fun making these videos. I am just thrilled with the feedback I've gotten on the Emily Awards this year. I'm glad you're liking it, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch. So have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara.